there, good morning. My name is Claudia and I'm a fourth grade teacher here in Southern California. Today is July 30th and I am back for part 2 of my extreme makeover and classroom setup. In today's video, I'm going to focus in on unpacking, reorganizing, and a little touch-ups here and there. And I added one more thing to my list of things to do. I need to get started. I came in later than I really wanted to, and then I stopped and chatted along the way. So I have a lot to do today. So I'm gonna start with painting my bookshelves. I have 4 to paint today. I'm using this Behr paint and primer. It's the same paint that I used for my walls, but a different color. So I'm excited to give it some contrast. All right, it's literally taken me 45 minutes to paint one bookshelf, and I'm definitely going to have to give it a second coat. And I only bought a quart of paint because I didn't think I would need it. It seems like the paint is not adhering to the bookshelf, and that's probably my fault. I probably should have sanded it down a little bit. Can't take anything off the cabinets yet either because books go into my bookshelves. So I'm moving a little slowly, but that's okay. That's why I came in early, so I wouldn't be stressing out at the last minute. It really is looking good, as you can see here. I have my butcher paper underneath because the floors were waxed and I do not want to get paint on them. I'm going to have to stop at Home Depot later this evening and pick up some paint so that I can continue tomorrow. Good morning. It's 7:30. I'm leaving earlier than I did yesterday. I have my car packed. I'm bringing some stuff to school. My husband's like, okay, enough is enough. The office is looking rather messy with all my school stuff. So I'm taking that to work. I'm hoping traffic is light. Yesterday was rather heavy, and that could be because I left later. But need to finish painting those bookshelves and start unpacking and organizing. The lighting in here is awful. I can't even see where I've painted or where I need to do some touch-up paint. Watched any of my previous videos, I had a huge teacher desk, which I never sat at. My printer was on top of there. I had some file bins. I had other things. It was basically a place to store junk. I had the custodial staff get rid of it, and there's a lot more space. So, you know, my other idea is once the other bookshelf dries, I will add it here, creating an L-shaped, and maybe buying a smaller rug, kind of like a reading corner. All right, as you can see, everything is off. The closets, they're on the tables, but I'm okay with that. At least I'm feeling more productive than I did yesterday. I am now going to start adding labels to my storage bins inside my closet. I need to finish that up. Take a look at what they used to look like. Here you have another closet. I've slowly started taking things out and throwing it in the trash, but as you can see, not the most organized closet. Here are my closets now. I have labels on them. And if you could see, these are the newer storage bins that I purchased at the Container Store. I'm like in love with them. This is where I keep my Amplify materials as far as the individual readers for students and the teacher's manual. Everything here is my math closet. I have a lot of math manipulatives. They're all labeled. I still have some things that I need to take out that will be set up in my classroom. I also have these labeled, if you can see, by subject matter. What charts do I have? Again, labeled. I have my pocket chart full of supplies for my student monitors. This closet is a lot of my teaching manuals, old school. I did a lot of decluttering. I had a lot of materials from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade, and I just kept what I thought I would need. I'm mostly an upper grade teacher, so I kept all those materials. I love the organization. Again, if you're interested in buying those bins, they have all different sizes. Look for the sales. The sales are the best deal. I really like them because they're clear on top, they're flat, and if you notice, these are kind of bulky. But I'm not going to get rid of them because then I'm going to end up spending more money than I need to. So that's done. That's ready to go. And now I can start taking things out and prepping for the classroom. Once I clear out this mess here and figure out my setup. Something else that I purchased at the Container Store was this rolling cart. It's actually made for the inside of your closet to store clothing. And they had this on display, and I noticed how sturdy it was. I did compare prices with Amazon. Amazon was slightly cheaper, but with Amazon, you never know what you're going to get. With this, at least I was able to test out the drawers. They have these little latches that you move, and it stops the drawer from coming out completely. It depends on how far you want your drawer to come out, and it kind of keeps it from completely coming out. This is the top of the cart. I have to install that. It's just really simple. They also have these attachments. They're the dividers for the inside of the drawers. This is what it looks like with the printer on top of the cart. I'm on day 3 of unpacking and organizing. I'm taking out the books that I need for the start of the school year. I haven't received my math books yet. And I'm going to place them on top of the students' desks, make sure that I have enough for everyone. So what I'm doing here is I'm storing these boxes underneath. Some of my reading and math will go here, and this is the second part of the year because I don't have enough storage space in my closets to put these boxes. I have this fitted tablecloth. It might be shown in my back to school. You might see it, and it covers the entire table all the way to the bottom, and you won't see the boxes. Kind of a neat way to organize your stuff and hide it from everyone else. So here is my current setup, and I think I'm going to switch it up. I'm finishing up the contact paper for the last of my student pencil boxes. I want to make sure that I have the crayons, glue stick, and scissors all organized and ready to go. The trick to this is really sticky paper, and I don't peel off the entire backing. I fold it a little bit like this. That way, if I make a mistake, I can easily peel it off. And then I line it up along the edges. So there you have it. Make sure that everything else fit at a time. And again, it just makes it easier, and if you make a big mistake, you're not trying to pull it off and then you end up ripping the paper. So here I kind of made a little mistake, but easy to peel off. These edges are there. As you can see, I took off the backing and the borders. Take a look at those cork boards. I also have materials on students' desks. I applied contact paper to their pencil boxes, their scissors, glue sticks, and crayons. Some materials are out. I have my table signs, but I'm going to change those up. I have a new door sign in the back that I purchased on Etsy. And I moved over my kidney table over to the corner. I wanted to have a whiteboard space rather than here in the center in front of the Promethean. I moved a pot of 4 to the front, and now my room looks really spacious. See you for part 3 of my extreme makeover and classroom setup.